There you are. You didn't hear me come in, did you? Figures. You sleep like the dead. I expected a bit more panic, honestly. Some screaming, running, maybe a stay back monster. Here you are. That's dangerous, little mortal, staring down a demon like this, like you're curious, like you're not afraid. You're not afraid, are you? No, you're not. That's a bit unsettling. You know what I am, don't you? Claws, fangs, eyes that glow in the dark. Taking souls like yours is just another day. Really? Nothing. You bore me. I'm not being dramatic, I'm being honest. Well, what did you expect? Come to think of it, what did I expect? Here I thought that mortals were terrified of things they don't understand. You're not some kind of freak, are you? Can't say I'm disappointed. That would be against a good amount of my code. But it is a bit disheartening. Well, you hear stories from other demons saying, oh, I have a mortal so pure and down to earth, one that had the light snuffed from them in a violent act of rage or a miscalculation, just to bring them down and break their spirit. They were terrified. And I get you. Oh, my colleagues are going to love to hear about this. No, it's too late. If you try to act upset or scared now, it would be, well, a bit insulting. Well, what would you think? You come along a beautiful prize in the middle of nowhere, only for it to be plucked from you, and then immediately after, it is handed back to you. Doesn't feel like yours anymore, does it? I digress. Well, we got a few minutes to kill. Well, until I have to go and report back, of course. Hell isn't run by chaos, as much as I would like it to be. No, strict rules, regulations, a real backbone to most of the infrastructure. Why would that be surprising? Well, if it was run by imbeciles and damned souls, nothing would get done. Hell, I would assume that demons wouldn't even be known to mortals. We would be too stuck in our own ways of infighting and arguing whether or not we're going to be saved from this damnation, or if we can move up in the ranks. Sometimes, mostly those who think they're going to be saved end up becoming the next target for punishment. But, you know, keep hope alive and all that. Makes the workday go by faster. A drink would be lovely. And here I thought that all mortals were self-centered. Well, it has been a couple thousand years before I've had a drink, much less here, on this plane. Well, there isn't much to drink down in hell. Most of it involves choking on ashes. You're upset that I called you boring? Well, I do mean it. But in my defense, most humans are not expecting a demon. Come to think of it. One moment. You aren't even on the list of the damned for this week's quota. So, well, I say no offense, but I really don't mind. Why am I here Oh, goody. Another botched spell that you found on TikTok? Well, I'm happy to hear that at least something worked. You did indeed summon a demon. I'm just not the sexual type. I am very happy to disappoint. I guess I just gotten my wires crossed from working, well, consistently every day for eternity. Well, this will be much more interesting to tell my co-workers about. Well, thank you for the drink. I must be on my way. Wait. For what? Darling, you are not on my list. I have no need to be here. No, in no way am I going to lie next to you. Come to think of it, I'll do you one better. You ask me a question about something you're curious about with those sexual deviants, and I will respond to the best of my ability. Oh, there is surely no self-gratifying reason to do this at all. It's not like we have a feud with each other. Incubi and their ilk. Nothing. No. Ask away. How long do they live? Well, take a step back and think. How long does any immortal being live? I'm glad we came to that conclusion together. How long is the... As long as is needed, I'm sure. Honestly, if you really need something done, do it right. Ask a succubi instead. They're much more, versatile. Oh, plenty. Some can even take on the forms of others, including your idea of the perfect incubi. Believe me, you don't want to meet an incubi. They're not nearly what you have dreamt them up to be. No, incubi are self-centered and crass, shallow, vile little things, really. They don't care for humanity in the same way that, well, say a demon might. Well, no, I don't physically care for you, or emotionally for that matter, but you are a prize, in a way. You are a soul damned, and on a piece of paper you look beautiful when there's a quota that has been filled. Hypocrisy. I don't know whatever you mean. Any more questions? Alright, let's take a look at this spell. Oh, well, that's your issue. You need to say all of these words 3 times instead of 4. There's power in 3. In 4 is a bit of a gamble, a bit random. And it is technically asking for a devious entity of some kind. However, it's not in a sensual manner. Well, no. This is mischievous or evil, which may have been why I showed up. Well, that's my time. A word of advice. Don't get yourself killed with this type of magic, and don't get it from TikTok. I'm sure I will see you soon at this rate.